prophet tell me my life story in a second. Like that voice behind the voice did with the woman at the well. Come and see a man in Antonio. Whether you realize it or not, even now, he's here.
That's right. That's right.
He's sitting in the balcony. He's sitting on your pew. He's right there with you. And I'd like you to be very conscious. He will accomplish the work. Now, God is not the kind of businessman that gets into the middle of a project. And I know these are elementary. Forgive me, just hang with me. He's not the kind of a businessman that gets in the middle of the project and go, I got a new thought.
Right.
He's not the kind of a businessman that says, maybe I can make that just a little bit better. He's not the kind that says, I'm going to ditch my efforts and I'm going to start all over again. Oh, no. He's God. Hallelujah. And it was perfect when he got it. And if he saw you before the foundation of the world, he sees you at the end. He's Alpha and he's Omega. He's the beginning. He's the end. But it's we in our human thinking get this little thing can't figure it out, but he's in control of that whole thing. Oh, you thought you were making choices. Oh, you thought that you were in control of your life. You thought that.
Amen.
Lord, help me.
Amen.
I'd like to show you a couple of pictures, if I could do that. Would that be this may not be the right time, but preachers are just kind of linking things. Maybe there would be, do we have any new ones among us? It's just kind of new. You'd just like to raise your hands. I heard, brother, thank you. God bless you. You're a good looking young man. I wish I looked that good when I was a boy. I heard Brother Wayne last night. There's no way he could know what I was speaking this morning. No way could I know what he was speaking last night. But he finished at a certain spot where I was starting this morning. You remember he talked about the woman that had a stroke.
Yeah. Amen.
And he talked about Georgia Carter and how that she was laying in the bed. And how, sometimes we go, well, should we stand while the preaching's going on? Well, it's the word that raises you up. Some man calls it out. Now, at the risk of some things, I want to share two things with you, maybe three, before we go forward. Sometimes we associate things like Brother Wayne talking about the miracle of the stroke and the woman that had been gone for 20 years and now she's back and she's got blame and she's blaming things and she gets prayed for and Brother Wayne so happens to be there. And so he just so happens to be there. But we're reminded that Brother Wayne's not the healer. Brother Brown would remind the young girl in Memphis, he said, or in Jonesboro, he said, now I'm not the healer. I'm not the healer. Now, but if you can get me to him, I know I'll be healed. I'll find my daddy. And then Brother Branham falls into a channel and he begins to talk to God. And he said, God, you remember when her granddaddy, her great-grandfather was carrying up Calvary's hill. Your cross. Are you with me? He goes back into the work that God's been doing to put her here. And somewhere in the genes, he traced that tree in a boy was born, Brother Tim Pruitt's grandson was born with an affliction in his body. He couldn't walk. He's 18 months old and he can't walk. There's a prayer line that's going on. And in a prayer line, his mother is carrying a blanket that is praying for Brother Aaron and Sister Lydia's baby that has just been born with jaundice. And you're, as mothers, you're aware of jaundice. She's been carrying, the baby's just been born, and she's carrying a blanket. And before she ever arrived in the prayer line, Brother Timothy Pruitt was standing beside of her. And I turned to Brother Timothy and I said, Brother Timothy, I don't know where Bethany's at, but I just saw a vision of that baby walking, Drew walking. And he just began to rejoice. And she came through the prayer line. And I just asked her, I said, I don't know if you were there, but I just asked her, I said, Bethany, where's the baby? And she said, he's in the bed asleep. And I said, go get him. I just saw a vision of him walking. And so we carried the blanket through, and we prayed for the blanket, and they took the blanket, and the baby was healed. Then the baby came through, and we prayed for the baby, and we lifted it up, and as we were praying, we prayed for the baby. But it would be some time. That's what I want to get to you. It'll be some time between the vision and the miracle.
That's right. Yes.
And it would be some time, and I don't want to go into the story, but it's phenomenal. And we were at the meeting, and just forgive my human thoughts now, but we were at the meeting, and this is maybe months and months later, and we're preaching at the youth camp. And just something hit me. We were in the back of the building, and we were just talking, will we have a prayer line or will we not have a prayer line? And Brother Tim and myself were just talking. We want to find the mind of God. And Brother Tim goes out and begins to tell miracles, and it just hit my heart. Bring Drew to the stage. The people need to see a miracle. And so I called for his father. Can you bring Drew? And he said he's in bed now. Seems like he was always in bed. And so they brought him, and he's in his pajamas, and I hold him, and that was kind of odd for him to go to somebody else, and he just went to me, and I just set him down on the stage. And as I begin to speak, I begin to tell them that across the stage, a miracle's going to walk across the stage. And in these footsteps, as Drew begins to walk across the stage, and we went backwards and forwards across the stage, in just about an hour or so, you're going to walk with your knees. And there was a girl named Mariah there with alopecia. And she walks through, and many of you know the story. Her hair, she's balded, and it's impossible for it to come back. And her hair is gone, and her eyebrows are gone, and there's a lot of things that go with all of that, emotions that goes with it. And she comes across that stage with 3 bobby pins. I'll tell you tonight, her hair is full. Sister Jessica Martin was walking through. And Sister Jessica Martin had a son that was wayward. And as he comes through, she heard these words, I give you your son. God brought that boy back from impossible odds. On that same time, Brother Aaron Oglesby would carry me from the prayer line to go into the office and into the room to where that I was resting, and my son Andrew would go into that room, and then Sister Connie would be coming into that room, and we would walk into the room. As we were going through, Brother Minnow, as we were stepping into that room, I turned to Brother Aaron, I said, you'll never be the same from this night forward. You'll preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. God did a work that night for Brother Aaron. I didn't call him. God did that from before the foundation of the world. I saw a vision of a little boy. And I said, I see a little boy. We're going to have a boy. And Andrew said these words, not me, Daddy. You see, my daughter couldn't have a child. It was absolutely impossible for her to have a child. Could I show you the next picture? Be careful with your doubts just for a moment. Hold them very tight. Between the vision and the declaration we're going to have a child. It's impossible for her to have a child. But also, my son-in-law was an accident that wrapped him around a tree and crushed his body, crushed his pelvis, and made it absolutely impossible for him to have a child. God does work well. I wouldn't even go here because I know the risk of people looking at human flesh. I know the risk. I know the risk. But let me just say this to you. It's God that does the work. And now I want to just grab your thoughts just for a few minutes. You don't know how many times that during that process that the devil whispered in my ear and told me that you saw was not of God. That you saw is not of God. Look at the impossibilities. It's going to happen. You've got a lying spirit on you. Here's where I came to the revelation. I wasn't the one that said it.
Right.
I wasn't the one that said it. God, you said it. Hallelujah. When we walked down the hall to that hospital room, and they said his name was Isaac Jackson. I'd held that so dear to my heart, I wouldn't say those words to nobody, but I'd written it down. Because that's what God spoke to me. His name will be Isaac Jackson. Are you with me? Hallelujah. Oh! You said, Brother Ron, I don't believe it. I don't care. I want to just say this to you. I don't care. Hallelujah. I try to be there when he gets up in the morning and he wakes up because I feel like I'm looking at God's thought before the foundation of the world. I know he'll need a new birth just like I needed a new birth. But I would love to have your picture. Here's where I want to come to. I thought about it a bit. Could I get a picture of everybody here? But I'd like to tell you, as much as that little boy came the thoughts of God's mind. Don't worry about your brothers. It'll be all right. I say that in the name of the Lord. It'll be all right. Could I have your picture there? Could you look at your picture? Yeah. Could I say this to you? If you got a great big group picture, who do you look at? Who do you look at? A great big group picture. You look right at yourself. You find yourself. Oh, my hair was Then are you a bunch of vain people? No, they're trying to find yourself.
Amen.
I feel like I'm on a rocket ship. Thank you. Luke 25 and verse 9. As they were afraid and bowed their faces to the earth, we're at the tomb. Here was the voice from another dimension, speaking positive truth to the circumstances they were looking at. Why seek ye the living among the dead? He is not here,
Yes.
but is risen.
Amen.
Notice these next words now. Remember how he spake unto you? I want to ask you, remember how he spake unto you? What is your attraction on the mountain? Things that are to be. Spoken word is the original seal. 7 seals. To which that from one night to another night, he himself didn't know what the next seal would be. And I would have made a horrible mistake. And listen, he told us you're not feeding on the mind of man, you're feeding on the body word. He would have told you that I was only there when he came.
Amen.
Hallelujah. He was in the water when the star fell down. Are you with me now? Are you catching? Are you catching? Amen. I know some of this is old things, but it'll be okay to catch it anyway. Amen. Remember how he spake unto you while he was yet at Galilee, saying the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men and be crucified, and the third day rise again. Now they begin to be conscious that these angels were in the meeting. They begin to be conscious standing at a tomb as these angels were talking to them. They were there when Jesus said those words. One day you'll be conscious on another side of the rapture. I love these words. And they remembered his words. And returned from the sepulchre and told all these things unto the 11 and to all the rest. And it was Mary Magdalene and Joanna, and Mary the mother of James, and other women that were there with him, which told these things unto the apostles. Now notice these words. You remember I just told you only seconds ago how Satan whispered in my ears. How many of you struggle with the same things? You come to church service and it feels like rapture, and you go home. Well, I got honest hands all over this building. Now these disciples, this was their confession, and their words seemed as idle tales. This is the future preachers of the message. And here's women that had witnessed the resurrection. And the preachers that's got to preach at Pentecost. Come on, church. You might as well help me preach. And believed them not. And then rose Peter and ran to the sepulchre and stopping and beheld the linen clothes laid by themselves, departing, wondering in himself at that which was come to pass. 1 Corinthians 11, verse 20 3. For I have received of the Lord that which was delivered unto you, that the Lord Jesus, the same night which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, Take, eat. This is my body which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. If they were only conscious, of when the scriptures being written, they could have been conscious of it when it was really happening. They're sitting in a room, and they didn't even know how they got there. And Jesus told them he had need of a supper room. And he told them, said, there's a man, and he's going to be walking down the street, and he's going to have a pitcher of water in his hand. Follow that man. And then go with that man and talk to him and tell him the master has need of a room. This had to be beyond. They're following a man down the street because Jesus said it. But they were accustomed to when Jesus said it, just do it. He blessed the food, and he blessed it, and he broke it, and they gave it to the thousands and thousands of people. He told Peter that he said that they were talking about taxes, and he said, Peter, take the hook that's in your pocket, drop it in the water. You're not only going to catch a fish, but open the fish's mouth. And it's going to have the money to pay the taxes. I've been with some good guys. I've never been with one quite like that. Oh, that'll preach. That'll preach. Sorry to do this, but I don't want to be here all day. Luke 23, verse 39. One of the malefactors that hanged railed on him, saying, If thou be the Christ, save thyself and us. But the other, answering him, rebuked him and said, Dost thou not thou fear God, seeing thou art in the same condemnation? We indeed justly, for that we receive the due reward of our deeds. But this man hath done nothing amiss. Amen. And he said unto him, Jesus, Lord. Amen. That last seed was the most natural, costly. Yeah. Are you with me? Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Remember me. Amen. Amen. Yes, amen. Praise you. When thou comest into thy kingdom. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. There was preachers all over the ground. That was missing. Yeah. There was preachers all over the ground screaming, let his blood be upon us. He got what he needed. He's blaspheming. He's a blasphemer. He's Beelzebub. Here's a man who's never heard the seven seals. He's never heard a message. Never seen a miracle. But he saw the presence of God. And he recognized that is from another world. That is from another world. There's something in me calling out to that. I want to be a part of that. He's God. He will accomplish the work. He will accomplish the work. Jesus responds, verily I say unto you, today.
Amen.
Oh, today.
Amen. Amen.
You hear me say this was going to be a special day.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Thou shalt be with me. Very nice. 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 13. Brother Ron, we've heard this for years. Okay. I would say billions of times it's been read. but we've come to the season.
That's right. Amen. Glory.
There's a lot of people thought the same thing that Abraham Lincoln said, but they wasn't ordained to do the job. There's a lot of people had the same opinion that Abraham Lincoln did, but Abraham Lincoln was ordained to speak the Gettysburg Address and be the man that would stand there. There was another man that walked up in front of him and spoke for 2 hours. Nobody remembers. But Abraham Lincoln, because he was the man, and he was ordained to do the job, stepped up and he delivered those words at the Gettysburg Address, and it's still hailed as an incredible speech today. There's been churches, and brides, but there must come one.
Amen.
She will not only be the mechanics, but will be the dynamic. This scripture's been read for 2,000 years. But there is one. That will be the final voice to the final age that shall not taste of death. And I love these opening words when it comes to this rapture portion of the scripture. But I would not have you to be ignorant. Concerning them which are asleep, that you sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. Notice these next words. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again. So you answer the if right now. That we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. We think so much about the one that just passed away from us. But what about the one that passed away in Peter's day? What about the dust of the bones that's gone? And you heard our brother so eloquent who said, Son of man, can these bones live? Thou knowest. It's your work. I can't do it, but it's your work. And God gave him the words to say, and he breathed on them. And he breathed on them. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. We must understand, and I know I'm elementary now, but we must understand these are not the words of Paul. Neither are these the words repeated by Brother Branham or Brother Ron Spencer. This is the word of God. This is the word of God. But how many, even in this moment, struggle with doubt? How many of you hear the words in your ears? It's not going to happen. It's nothing but a lie. You remember what I told the enemy? I didn't say it.
Right.
God said it.
Amen.
I walked in to pray for a little girl that was dying, was going to be dead within a couple of hours if God didn't move. And she's gone. She's literally gone. And her husband actually gives me the funeral arrangements, and we talk about it a bit. We're there for about I'm almost there an hour speaking with him, and we just go over some things, and I just said, just a moment. I don't believe God sent me here to prepare for her funeral. I've driven over an hour. Let's pray. Let's see what God will do. And I called her by name, and she hadn't been conscious for days. And her eyes rolled right to me. And I pray for her. And I speak directly to her. And in just a few moments, I said, tomorrow, you'll walk down the hall with your husband. Tomorrow, you'll walk down the hall with your husband. And the nurse came quickly and said, you don't understand the situation. I said, I didn't say it. Brother Brown says if we should take a trip tonight and go up to heaven. And I'd meet with our father Abraham, and I'd say, Abraham, what is the most glorious thing that you've ever known? What is the most essential thing that you have ever known? Abraham would say to me, life eternal. And then I'd take a trip and go again, and we will go up to that great archangel Gabriel, who is the messenger of the covenant to the Jewish people, who stands at the right hand of God, one of the highest orders of the angels in heaven. And I would say to him, Gabriel, thou art the mighty angel. You are loved of God. And you've been here for the aeons of time. And you perhaps know everything in the heavens and where everything is placed. And because you are one of God's right-hand angels, you know the great secrets of heaven. You sounded the trumpet at the coming of the Lord Jesus, and you announced the first coming, and you will announce the second coming, and you must be a mighty man or a mighty angel. I want to ask you, in all God's treasures, what is the greatest thing that you have ever found amongst his treasures? And I can see Gabriel bring himself to attention. Oh, Brother Ron, isn't that a pretty story? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? This is a prophet looking into the realms of eternity. Having a conversation with the mightiest angel that stands in heaven. Because all you saw was a man, you missed the whole picture. I can see him bring himself to attention and say, the greatest thing that I have found in God's treasures since he created me is life. Amen. God made me to live for eternity. And life is the greatest thing that there is. Young man, you raised your hand. I don't know how long you've been here, but I would say to you, eternal life is the greatest thing. There'll be a lot of things in this journey that you will go through, but you keep your eyes on the greatest treasure that there is. Life. It'll be surprising what you'll live through. And yet you'll be surprised of how fragile it is. As you get older, you're surprised of how quickly it happens. Yesterday you was a child. Yesterday you was playing at your mom and dad's feet. Feels like just the day before yesterday you were with your playmates and your kids and you know, and everything was just only feels like seconds ago, and now you're 90. What is the most important thing? Not houses. Right. Not homes. Not what you created in this life. God's work. Amen. God's work is the most important thing. Maybe you're wrestling with some things this morning. And you're just wrestling with some things, young people, moms and dads. And you haven't figured out what's the most important thing. And I'll tell you how you don't figure it out. You can tell people that hasn't figured it out now, is they only show up to church once in a while.
That's right. Yeah. Amen. Right. Yeah. Come on now. That's right.
That's right.
They only commune with God when it's convenient. Or when they're in trouble. But when it's your heartbeat, it's your life, and it's everything that there is, God will give you the job, he'll give you the home, he'll give you your mate, come we get so carnal?
Yeah.
We can't see His work. In just a second, we can go from supernatural to carnal.
Amen. Yeah, that's right. That's true.
In just a second.
Amen.
Our eyes can get a glimpse of the supernatural, but then we're so quickly. They know the resurrection's coming.
Right.
They've heard sermon after sermon. They saw the multiplication of fish. They saw Him walk on the water. And now the sisters are testifying to Him. He's alive! He's alive! We heard the angels. And it seemed as idle words. How come the messages? Are you with me now? How come coming to church becomes ordinary and becomes common and becomes familiar? We're missing the picture. And Brother Branham said, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't get your eyes on a man. Don't get your eyes on the messenger. Too many want to point bullets at the message. They were looking at the carnal man. You got to look at the voice behind the voice. And let me just say, that voice continues. That voice continues. But the difficulty in the wrestling part is the people are still looking at carnality. But God is still at work.
Yeah.
Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep. These are not Paul's words. How many phenomenal preachers stood there between life and death? Take God at His word. Step into another dimension. At the last moment, they trusted Him through some phenomenal trials. But now, they have to trust Him as they fold their hands in death. I said, God, I trust You. I want to ask you, do you trust Him? This goes beyond feelings. This is way beyond feelings. Because if it's feelings, it'll be shook. This goes beyond even your favorite preacher. It goes beyond your pastor. You need them, man. You need them. You need them. As a matter of fact, they're ordained to see you through. This church is not built on a man. None of our churches are built on a man. We don't build memorials to ourselves. I'm going to build a church to myself, and I'm going to get the credit. Listen, if we could preach behind the curtain, we preach behind the curtain. If we could have our voice changed, we'd change our voice. Because we want you to see more than a man. Hallelujah. I don't need the applause of nobody. I'm waiting on the great master himself to hear him say, well done.
Amen.
Yes.
Do we like to hear those things? We're honest. Yes. Yeah, we need those things. Sometimes we should take some of those quotations that people says, that's the most phenomenal sermon I've ever heard, and just kind of record that. Because Monday comes. Monday is when you realize it's not you.
Right.
Monday is there in God's thoughts, because you must realize this is not you. You can't myself to have apprehended. This is so phenomenal to me. But this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind. You understand? And reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press towards the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. Revelations 1. Fear not, I am the first and the last. I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore. Amen. And have the keys of hell. Who said that? God did. Now this is when men step into the channel and become the instrument of God. And Peter, standing up with the 11, and lifted up his voice and said unto them, men of Judea, all you that dwell at Jerusalem, be it known unto you, and hearken to my words. For these are not drunken as ye suppose, seeing it is but the 3rd hour of the day. Notice these next words. But this is that. This is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. And it was the moment, it was the time, it was the season. Stay with me one more minute. Mordecai told Esther this. Think not with thyself that thou shalt escape the king's house more than all the Jews. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall there be an enlargement and deliverance arise from the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed, and knoweth not whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time. For such a time as this. I believe that you're come to the kingdom. Can I say this? There's been meetings and meetings and meetings and meetings. But he's here. More than a man has showed up at this meeting. We're looking for a corner to change. It's already turned. Don't miss what God's doing. Oh, we're waiting on this and we're waiting on that. Don't miss what God is doing here today. The resurrection was on, and it seemed like idle tales. It seemed like just another service. We're looking for that one to come, and we're looking for that to happen, and we need to be just playing tapes. What are you doing? Come on, preacher. What are you doing? Get your eyes off of carnality. God's doing a work. He is God.
Amen.
Brother Nuno, I want to tell you something. That was one of the most powerful sermons I've ever heard in my life yesterday. And I want to compliment you. Thank you. It was God that had you with those other men in your dirty clothes. And you said, well, my wife would see what kind of clothes I had on, wrinkled. But it was God that gave you those seats. Because there was people showed up hours before and thought they had good seats. But you see, God in his mind said, I got to save some seats for my boys. They don't even know service is going on, but they got to be sitting right there.
That's right.
And I thought about it. God has arranged this meeting. And if God ever thought of you one time, oh, I feel like a southerner right now. If God ever thought of you one time, He'll never forget you. It's not you holding on or you making yourself anything. Just rest. Just rest in His feet. Just eat the book. Just let it digest.
Amen.
The resurrection can't happen without you in it.
Yes.
The rapture can't happen without you in it. The marriage supper of the Lamb can't happen without you in it. Hallelujah! You are as eternal as Jesus Christ is eternal. I don't know how to say it, but that's it. I came from God. I'm going back to God. I'm not doing my works. I'm doing His work. I'm not doing my works. I'm doing His work.
Amen.
Jesus.
Amen.
He's here.
Amen.
I say if you can leave your conscious carnal realm round and you can catch it, He's in the building. When God makes a promise to you, He will fulfill it. You don't have to be afraid that He will not keep His word. For God will keep His word. That's Brother Brown's words. Okay, let's take it to another room. If you don't want to believe that. Philippians 1 and verse 6. Be confident of this very thing. He which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. Did today, they that have nerve to say, wonder what happened to the God of the Bible? Where is God? Why have you choked Him out by your creeds? You choked Him out by your traditions. You tried to place Him back in history. He is a God. He is a God of history. And He's waiting on today that the same God of history, that when Moses called on Him at the Red Sea, the God of history rose and made a way. When Joshua called on Him, the God of history at Jordan, He rose and made a way. When Daniel called on Him in the fiery furnace, He made a way. And in the lion's den, and the Hebrew children in the fiery furnace, He made a way. He's still the same God of history. And He's waiting for His people to talk about God of history. Same God remains God. He's God forever. Remember, our God is still the God of Elijah. He's still the God that ever was. He's still the same God. He does the same cycle. He does the same thing. He is the same yesterday, today.
Amen. Yes.
Sarah endured 90 years of frustrating humiliation of being barren. You know the result. Job sat on an ice sheet.
Yeah.
You know the result. Isaac endured staggering darkness and blindness, so Jacob could deceive him and get the blessing.
Yeah.
A widow, her son dies.
Yeah.
Another widow her son is with her and they're starving to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had to lay down her unbelief and bake some cakes.
Yeah.
Because God had a bigger plan.
Right.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had to step into a fiery furnace and trust God. Bartimaeus cried out blind and had to be led there. But once Jesus came, he was never the same. Legion was in naked and chains around him and could not go to society. But that same Jesus, Lazarus was his friend and took him to the baptism. Lazarus was the place where he came by and enjoyed. Lazarus got sick and died. But Jesus came and said, roll away the stone. I am the resurrection and I am the Lord.
Yes. Praise the Lord. Amen. Amen.
Moses prayed, and the greatest soldiers in the world became fish food. Daniel prayed, and the lions that were threatening to eat him would later eat his tormentors.
Right.
Elijah prayed and outran the horses 40 miles.
Yeah.
The fastest horses of Israel. Prayer is stronger than a hydrogen bomb.
Right.
But the man said, I'm so glad that a man can so completely serve God, tell the devil, don't know what to do with them. That's more than a quote. That's your picture on the screen. He knows that if the people get the true revelation of the true church and what she is and what she stands for, that she
Amen.
can do the greater works. That's right. You've got the checkbook in your hand. Put your picture up there.
Amen.
Your identification for the rapture is your lives. Hallelujah. You're not doing your works, you're doing God's work. She can do the work.
Yes.
What good is it to come to a meeting like this? Epic. To me, it's the greatest meeting we've ever had here since I've been here. But what good is a meeting like this that you have prayed for a long, long time? And to sit here and miss what God's doing.
Right.
This is only just another shot of himself saying, you can do the works. You're going to take the rapture. It's you. It's once again telling you. You're a physical attribute of God that he was before the foundation of the world in his mind. You're that attribute.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, we want to get the mechanics and the dynamics, and we've got all kind of intellectuals doing this and that, this and that, this and that. And it's hard to preach something you don't have. But when you've got it, he just lives. I want to just ask you, breathe. Oh, I'm trying to get it straight in my head. Breathe. I don't know how air goes through your lungs and through your heart and makes your kidneys and your liver. I don't know how it works, but all I do is just breathe. I breathe, the devil's going, he's breathing, he's breathing. And I'm not going, no, breathe, Ron, breathe. And maybe some of you breathe loud at night. But there's a moment to where the darkness and the light come together and you go. And it looks so natural. It looks so natural. But in another dimension, they're going, he's awake! He's awake!
Yes, yes.
He's awake! What will he do today?
Amen.
What check will he write today? Come to an end. Who is that uncircumcised devil? Who is that devil who has no relationship with God at all? Who is that devil that stands with nothing but a defeated thing behind him? His master was defeated at Calvary by our Lord and our conqueror. He's a bluff. That's all. We won't believe him anymore. Down with him. Jesus Christ robbed Satan of everything that he had. He spoils the principalities and powers and dominions. His domain reigns over the heavens and the earth, and we're subject of his domain. Hallelujah. My God puts him where he belongs. The devil down there in Christ the victor. You're David's. You're called, elected, anointed, positionally put in the body of Jesus Christ by the baptism of the Holy Ghost. Goliath, you're defeated.
Amen.
Give me a preacher. Give me a housewife. Called you an invincible army. I want to read you some more of God's thoughts just for a minute, and I'll close with this. I promise you. I want you to remember, this is direct from the throne of God.
Amen.
So I want you to take it more than Brother Wayne, or Ed, or Harold, or these ministers here, or even John. This is God's thoughts. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, the New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride, adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven say, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men. He will be with them, and they shall be his people. God himself shall be with them and be their God. God shall wipe away all tears.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
Satan, I want you to pay attention. I know you're here.
That's right.
And there shall be no more death.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
Neither sorrow nor crying. Neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away.
Yes.
And it was like a boy in a story that leaned into a little girl and said, I see something in you that I really like. I don't see it in other girls. Right. And he kissed her on the cheek and said, I'll be back for you in a year.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yes. Amen.
Isn't it incredible that our prophet messenger
Yes.
told us that story because it was relevant
Yeah.
Right.
to you?
Yes.
You see, William Branham didn't make a promise. God did. Soon the Lamb will take his bride. That's me. To be ever at his side. All the hosts of heaven will assemble me. Oh, to be a glorious sight.
All the saints in spotless white, and with Jesus in the feast eternally. Come and die, Master, call it, come and die. We may feast at Jesus' table all the time. We who fed the multitude, turn the water into wine. To the hungry call it, come and die. Jesus at the table stand, where the saints of God are fed. He lies his chosen people, come and die. We live this melody of faith, as the light of every day. For the sweetness of the Jesus all the time. Come and die, Master, call it, come and die. We may feast at Jesus' table all the time. He who fed the multitude, turned the water into wine. The hungry call it now, come and die. The Lamb will take his bride, he'll be ever at his side. All the hosts of heaven will assemble me. Oh, to be that glorious sight, all the saints in silence ride, and with Jesus they will feast eternally. Oh, come and die, Master, call it, come and die. We may feast at Jesus' table all the time. He who fed the multitude, turned the water into wine. To the hungry call it now, come and
Like that little boy looked in the mirror and he said, "That's me, Mama. That's me."
Those two little boys, they don't know what they mean to the earth now. They're just little toddlers. They have no idea they was used to the whole world this morning. They can't realize it. Hope you're catching this.
Yes.
They can't realize it.
Yes.
I would like for you to realize
Amen.
that your picture too was up there.
Amen.
Hallelujah. He designed services to talk about you. If you would have been the only one, he'd have come. Hallelujah. Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would. Glory. I go to prepare a place for you. Can you say that where I am? I'm ahead again. In this little space, whatever it is, it'll be like, oh, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. We know that song, what will it be when we get over here? What will it be when we get over yonder? And joy the throne upon the Lamb
all. Bring forth the royal diadem. And we'll crown him Lord of all. No, he'll never be Lord over there if it's not Lord here first. You've got to crown him here. You've got to make him your Lord now. I don't know if you're catching what's going on. We're not looking at men anymore. We're not looking at Brother Ron. We're not looking at Brother Wayne. We're looking in the face of Jesus. We're looking at the Word that's come into full manifestation. Something's happening. I want to be a part of it. We're going to have ups and we're going to have downs. There may be a gap between what you got right now, the emotion of this. There's a gap between the vision and the fulfillment. The devil's going to try and come and knock all kinds. But I'll say, I'm settling it now. This is deeper than the emotion of this meeting. This is deeper than just Brother Ron or Brother Wayne. This is me and God. This is my place in Him. There's a supernatural going on. Brother Ron referred to this young man here. 3 months ago, he was in a church. Didn't understand why the people wouldn't want to talk about the Word, why the young people were this. He was hungry, he was thirsty. He sat in a Tim Hortons one Wednesday, and a deacon walked in, and his wife made a remark to him about him reading his Bible. And he said, "Oh, you have a Bible, where are you going? To church. Where do you go to church?" He showed up. He's still here. This is not about us. It's about what God spoke to you before you ever came here. It's not about coming to our church. It's about God calling His seed. God's speaking to others here. Friends, I trust we can see those two pictures, those boys. Talk about 1 in a million. This is more than 1 in a million. This is nothing but the supernatural work of God bringing a seed into its place. And if He'll do that in the natural, what about the spiritual? Brother Branham would say, the secret of the message now is to be about the Father's business. What is the Father's business? Vindicate Malachi 4. Vindicate Luke 17:30. You can't vindicate those things in the way the prophet did. You know, there's people that can look right at what the prophet's doing, and they can make disputations. Oh, he told the account of Finland. That boy didn't. He told it this way, he told it that way. The point is, he raised a boy from the dead. That wasn't man. That was God. And you argue about that. You do it. Brother Branham didn't bring the cloud. God brought the cloud. Amen. This is the works of God. And he says, vindicate Luke 17:30. Vindicate John 14:12. What is John 14:12? And the works I do, greater works than this shall you do. What are we doing? We're here for the Father's business. I can't do nothing. But I'll tell you what. Take these hands. Take my lips. Take all that I am. Use it for your glory. Oh, you want to give it to Him? Let's sing. Take these hands. Take these hands and lift them up.
When
This is not just emotion.
Thank you for your
On a Monday
mercy.
or a Tuesday,
Thank you,
He's with
Jesus.
us.
Hallelujah.
He'll accomplish the work. He'll bring it to pass. Nothing, no time, no space can hinder God's purpose. Brother John, for that, he's got to leave back home, but I'd like you to come and close with prayer. Pray for us. Let's take what we've heard. Let it permeate. Think on it. Well, let it bring forth. It's God's work.
Amen. Let's just bow our heads. Lord Jesus, Spirit, be with us. Lord, thank you for your goodness and your grace. Lord, for your presence, for your word. Lord, that we know you will never leave us or forsake us. Lord, the footsteps of a righteous man are ordered of the Lord. Lord, that sons of God are led by the Spirit of God. Lord, we're thankful, Lord, that it's been led from the pulpit to the back of the pews, Lord, this very day. Lord, so we just say thank you and we love you. Lord, let not your Spirit depart from us as we leave this building today. But Lord, may we not walk with renewed strength. Lord, may our hearts be encouraged with what we've heard. And as, Lord, those that will come back tonight, Lord, may they continue on even into higher heights and deeper depths, Lord Jesus. Lord, we don't want to stop until we're flying through the air. Lord, with those that have been resurrected as well. Touch your people, Lord. Continue to move. We pray, Lord, bless this building. Lord, restore strength for our brother Ron. Lord, and for our brother Wayne for battle tonight. We pray, Lord, strengthen his hands for war. We ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
And it's very difficult to be here and close a meeting like this. You know, time is, it's a curse. But it also, God knew we need time. We're a three-part being. Our souls could feed on this continually. But our flesh and spirit, man, can only take so much at a time. So we're going to dismiss you. Take time to refresh your flesh part. Rest a little bit. Your spirit, bring it back tonight. Prepared for the Lord. Amen. The Word of God is working mightily. We sing that.